Hey y'all, it's Monday, March 30th, 2020.
We're in the apocalypse researching Steven Seagal. Getting ready for the Steven Seagal show.
I think I'm going to bump that up in the schedule just because it seems like, well, it's like, he's a terrible person. Okay, let's just say that right now.
Well, let's not go that far. Let's not go that far. Let's not be negative like that. Let's give the man a fair shake. Let's finish the investigation.
I'm just saying.
We'll make the analysis when time comes. There have been many allegations. Many of these allegations are probably true. And he was a man of his time. No, not really.
That's no excuse.
Not really. Yeah, he was not a man of his time.
No, I'm just saying what I was going to say, where I was going with that, was that, we do so many shows about horrible serial killers and everything like that. So I just thought this, even though Steven Seagal is not really that great of a person, apparently, it will still be a lot more fun. At least he didn't chop people up and eat them, that we know of.
I'm looking at this as like a paranormal episode. Okay.
Because
it's more like paranormal to me than it is.
We haven't done any paranormal episodes.
It's like a paranormal episode, there are paranormal claims in Steven Seagal,
I guess.
Martial arts, Oriental martial arts is making paranormal claims a lot.
Some disciplines do, yes.
Yeah, so
which we talked about a little bit on our bullshit.
I don't think Aikido could work. I don't give a shit what this guy says. Aikido itself is a paranormal
I read
claim.
some really fascinating stuff today that I didn't know about him. That was really funny, and I don't know if that's true.
Save all that shit for the show.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just saying that's what I've been doing this morning. Is just I've been reading about Steven Seagal, and also I must say that. Speaking of serial killers, Marcus, I think, just sent me a Facebook message and said that, remember that serial killer? We did a show about him, the Grim Sleeper. And he killed like a whole shit ton of people. Like, I think it was in LA. Yeah, he died. He was in prison.
Oh, he's in prison already?
So I think he died today or yesterday.
Okay.
So I just got the message today.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck that dude.
We might. So I don't know. I might have to go and revisit that case. But we did do a show about him a while back. I also want to say that somebody. Where did I see it? I saw it on Instagram or I saw it on somebody's video or something like that. I know probably everybody's sick of It's our friend Dimitri posted on Facebook today. He's like, I'm so sick of hearing about Tiger King. But it's like...
Yeah. Marcus is all into Tiger King, too. I told you, Marcus.
But there's so many... Oh, the memes are so good, though. It's my favorite one that I've seen so far.
Golden nuts.
It's like a shot from it with, Joe Exotic and, the tigers and the American flag and everything. And then it says, this is the genie that comes out when you rub a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's good internet right there.
Yeah, man. There are golden nugget memes going around everywhere. That was my turning point in my fucking life. Is as soon as I saw that scene go down. Jenny is my witness. I jumped up out of bed.
He just got up out of bed. He started walking around in a circle.
Shaking my head and I'm just...
I can't.
And they're showing the family and shit. Them sitting in that front pew. You know what I mean? And their reactions, I could just see the fucking hatred coming out of their eyes.
That one woman that was sitting there was just like, if looks could kill type of thing. Yeah, she was like...
It was fucking bizarre as
that dude would be so dead right now if that woman's gaze could kill.
And I know we got one subscriber who says, yeah, I'm a friend of Joe's. He's a nice guy. I'm just going to... No.
Well, I'm just saying that,
too many problems there, bro.
I think he started out as a nice guy, but like I said, kind of everyone in
that's not what it involved into.
Everyone
just on the back of the chimps, the chimpanzees too. Should have let them chimps out.
I forgot about that, and then I was reading another review or listening to somebody else's review, and I mean, at least he had the decency to be self-aware enough to be, oh well, I should have let them be to begin. I'm like, duh.
Yeah.
If you know about animals, it's
they were reaching out through the bars.
Yeah,
give me the fuck,
chimpanzees are very social.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just lock them up by themselves like that. They'll go crazy and
they're part human.
Off. Well, they're what is it? 98.5% similar or something like that. You know,
they're manimals.
That was a TV show.
It's like a TV show
in the 70s
like
or 80s.
Thundercats or some shit like that.
I don't remember much about it. I don't remember the show. I remember MST making some jokes about it.
Yeah.
Because they were super into 70s and 80s TV.
I think it was a Thundercats ripoff.
Was it?
I think so.
I thought it was before Thundercats.
Maybe it was. Maybe Thundercats was.
Was it like a guy that could turn? Was he a shapeshifter?
I don't remember. I think it was several of them.
Oh, okay.
That could turn into.
I don't even know what the premise of the show. If I had known the show was going to go this direction, I would have Wikipedia'd that shit.
It was shit that was specifically targeted to the 8-year-old mind of a boy. Oh, that's some badass shit. The man turns into animal. He's a manimal. You know what I mean? And I guarantee you, it had werewolves and monkeys,
Were-cats, were-monkeys.
Had fucking dinosaurs and robots, and then
Were-wombats.
and then robotic dinosaurs. You know,
boys, fuck, that sounds awesome. I would have watched that.
Yeah, missiles on the dinosaurs, jets on the dinosaurs, everything.
See, that sounds rad.
Yeah.
If they made that now, I would watch it.
I'd be all into that shit when I was fucking 8, 9. I'd be like, oh yeah, man, it's got jets on it. You know, fucking pterodactyl with jets and shit. Yeah.
I was super into dinosaurs when I was a kid.
Machine guns coming out of its
I knew
mouth.
all the names of, like, all the Latin names and everying. I was a total nerd.
What did you want to talk about? Is that it?
I think so. I was just talking about, like, Steven Seagal, and I think I was talking about that fucking...
Yeah, I'm trying to prepare everybody mentally for the fucking changes that are to come, the accelerationism. And one of the things that I've been studying recently is the effects of pandemic on Hollywood. Hollywood is losing its fucking mind. It's fucking falling apart. The theater systems are fucked up. I don't think it's going to survive in the way that you remember. One of the things that just happened is that some of these studios who made these movies said fuck it, and they're releasing them right to streaming. So but the thing is like that's bypassing key players in that system. You know what I mean? So that means certain dinosaurs are going to go extinct because they're going to find out that that's going to be a more efficient way of selling a movie, because the business model of a lot of the shit that they do, of the studio model, is not efficient. That's why Netflix is kicking its ass, you know. So you're going to see a lot of stuff vanish, including I predict, just on the back of the traditional studio Hollywood system falling apart. I think the traditional studio Hollywood movie star will fall apart. There's no reason to pay them all that money, and a lot of it is that people are pointing out, you know, the reason why a lot of these movies fail is because of social media. These stars get on social media and make an ass out of themselves, and then people don't want to see the damn movie. They don't like them anymore. So the star itself, the movie star, is becoming detrimental to a movie's success. So it's almost going to be like it's better to put a nobody in there. Because if you look at Netflix, most of the cast are people you'd never recognize. They're not movie stars. They're not from the generation that, you know.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are actors, and they're in a bunch of stuff like I'd recognize them from another movie or a TV show. Yeah. Right, but it's like they probably wouldn't get recognized by 90% of people walking.
And they're not making movie star paychecks. You know what I mean? They're just kind of
working actors.
They're working stiff like everybody else. You know what I mean? When you start getting into that damn movie star realm, it looks like that's backfiring. That's not a good marketing technique anymore. So I predict the end of the movie star.
Well, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of been going like that for a while anyway.
Why would you hire one? They're just going to ruin your movie.
Just because, I mean, I feel like, and we probably discussed this before, but I kind of feel like everything, you know, the coming of the internet, you know, with all the technology being so cheap and people being able to make their own movies for like a tiny, tiny fraction of the cost that, you know, that they used to cost. And it does seem like everything is going more like democratized.
Yeah.
And there are so many more options for people like independent filmmakers to get their shit out there for like people to see. And it's like, yes, there's a glut of stuff. Most of the stuff is probably pretty bad, but you know, I do think that there's better movies. And I'm not shitting on like, you know, big budget Hollywood, because I've seen some good ones like recently and in the past few years and stuff. But I do feel like it's going to go the way of just smaller studios like making movies that they wanted to make for much less money.
Right, with a smaller audience, but that actually goes to it.
Right. I think it's going to go to like smaller niche type of things, which I think that's been going on.
That'd be a lot better.
And, you know, like I said, that's kind of one of the best things about the internet is that you can find exactly what you want, and you can find like a few thousand other people that are into the exact same shit as you. And you know what I mean? In some ways, you know, you can bemoan the loss of like, oh, when everybody had the same TV channels and everybody talked about the same TV shows and everybody, because now everything's really fractured and stuff like that.
We grew up during that time. That time was not cool, actually.
But yeah, it's like, I don't really miss that.
No, bad.
Where everybody was like talking about the same, because you didn't really have that many options.
And we ended up not being able to watch television. It wasn't made for us.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because I felt like that was like kind of like isolating, because like a lot of the popular TV shows, like when I was growing up, like in the 70s and 80s, I wasn't really into them. I was into like, you know, more weird shit.
Yeah.
And it was harder to find other people that were into that. It was harder to find weird movies. Be goth back then. Well, it was. And it was hard to be into like weird music. It was hard to be into weird movies. It was just like harder to find everything. Especially where I grew up, that, you know, it wasn't like a real big city. Around. So you had to like order everything through the mail, and it was like a big giant pain. So I don't really miss that kind of like, oh, we all like watch the same stuff. It's like I would rather it just be, even if, you know, one show that you like doesn't get like hugely famous or doesn't make like millions and zillions of dollars, it's like at least it has like a hardcore base of, you know, 1 million fans or something like that. And that's exactly what they like.
And I predict the actors of the future in these future movies, and a lot of this is what I'm talking about is happening now. They're going to be kind of like working stiff actors, and they're going to be under order. You can't go on social media and run your fucking mouth, because it ruins movies.
That's what they used to do back in the old studio days. That's what they used to do. They used to keep They'd keep everybody shit under wraps.
Right. For a while, it seemed like Hollywood would send their fucking actors out there to go out there and, you know what I mean, run their mouths and grandstand and I guess that generated ticket sales, but it doesn't anymore. I think the public's kind of turned against it. I mean, you know, good example, Brie Larson. Brie Larson ran her mouth in fucking movies, started not doing that well. You know,
it just seems
people
like
can only put up with their shit for a certain amount of time.
Well,
it's not the 1980s anymore.
Well, and the thing too is that, I mean, it depends on what kind of movie, but if you're making like just a fun popcorn, you know, superhero movie, let's say, people want to go see that, it's like escapist. To turn their brain off, like an escapist. And if you like attach all these other things to it,
your shit's gonna fucking go down a
then
tube. People
are gonna like get kind of soured on it, because they're like, man, I didn't really want to think about that, like going to see, even if they agree with her. You know, it's like, I didn't really want to think about it. I just wanted to go see a fun fucking movie on Saturday, you know.
That's what happened to Birds of Prey. They set them actors out there to talk shit, to grandstand behind that movie. And going, this is a woman's movie. The men are going to hate it. They didn't go see it. They shouldn't have done that. What was his name? The guy who played Obi-Wan? Ewan McGregor. I like the guy, but they gave him orders to go out there and fucking say crazy shit about the movie, which pulled the legs out from underneath the movie.
Well,
it's fucking bomb. You know what? The movie was pretty good.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's dumb because I didn't get that sense from the movie. That's it's like, oh, this is not a movie for men to watch. The movie wasn't like that at all.
No, it was just like a normal movie from the 90s.
Yeah, I didn't
like
get
The Crow or some stupid shit.
I didn't get that message from the movie.
Me neither.
You know what I mean?
They went out and tried to sell that movie as having some kind of a pro-feminist fucking political message, and I didn't see any political message.
That's what I mean. And like I said, I would consider myself a feminist. I agree with some of the shit that they said, but it's like, I don't know, one, you don't have to attach to the movie, and two, that wasn't what the movie was about.
Yeah,
it was just like a fun action movie.
There wasn't lighthearted action movie.
I mean, you'd have to really, really stretch to like see any kind of like political message.
It wasn't anti-man or anything.
Not at all. I didn't find it anti-man.
It was just a silly, feel-good action movie that was like semi-comedy.
I feel like maybe people nowadays have gotten so fucking highly strung that they think any movie that just has a bunch of women in it is automatically anti-man.
I don't think so.
It's not. I don't think so. It wasn't. Not at all.
I think what it was just a normal movie that was pretty good, and they hired an advertising...
Well, they were trying to stir up controversy.
Yeah, they hired an advertising agency, and they thought if they stirred up a bunch of controversy about it, it would get a bunch of asses in the seats. Nobody saw it.
Sometimes that works.
Not anymore.
But a lot of times it blows up in your face.
It blew up. And that just goes to show you that these big Hollywood studios are hiring people that are very detached from reality and are actually destroying the products that they make. They should just release the shit. Just let it go naturally.
Yeah,
don't say anything about it.
I mean,
it'd have been better. They'd have made more money had they said nothing about the fucking movie.
Well, yeah, because then people would have seen it and been like, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, made their own conclusions about it.
Because it was good. I liked it.
They don't need to be hiring these fucking promotional companies to hire it to...
Well, like I said,
you make the fucking, what do you call it thing? You make the trailer and then you just shut the fuck up.
I think, like I said, I think people are trying to... I mean, I'm not going to say that outrage doesn't sell, because it does. It gets attention.
It's hit and miss, though.
But, yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
It might work. It might not. And in a lot of ways, I think more studios, because there's so much money on the line, they're willing to take the risk just because they want the attention.
Yeah.
But sometimes it kind of like, there's a backlash.
Yeah.
But I do see where they're coming from, because they are right in saying that, like, outrage gets clicks, it gets attention. It does. Negative shit gets attention. More than positive shit does, unfortunately.
Yeah, but look, they probably spent millions or tens of millions of dollars they probably gave to that company to promote that thing, and they botched it.
Yeah.
Had they saved that tens of millions of dollars and just put a damn trailer out there, you would have had a neutral audience, and it probably would have, not only would they save the money on the promotional fees, they would have probably done better at the box office.
One thing about Birds of Prey is that
the title was fucked up.
They also shouldn't have paid the person who made the first trailer, because the second trailer was much better.
Yeah.
Like, the first trailer, I was like, that looks kind of dumb. But then,
dumb.
like, the second one, I was like, oh, that's much better. Now it actually looks like
second
a
trailer was
movie
better.
that I would want to see.
And whoever titled that movie was fucking insane. It should have just been kind of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and then you could have put, like, Harley Quinn,
Birds of
Prey or something like that. Yeah, because, and a lot of people said that just because, the Birds of Prey were in it, but not really till the end when they all teamed up and stuff. So it was a little bit of a misnomer.
What's the name of that actress? She was the one from...
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she was
in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
She played Sharon Tate.
I think she did a great job in it.
And she clearly loves playing that character.
I
I did not, like I said, I didn't see Suicide Squad, so I don't know, because I think a lot of people shit on that one.
It was just a shame. Now, I think maybe they should have gone for an alternate Harley Quinn look. I think she should have been, because there's a bunch of different ways she was drawn.
Like you said, more tank girl looking.
More tank girl, more punk rock looking. I think I think it would have looked better. Now, some people go, oh, you weren't going for that male gaze. Male gaze puts fucking asses in seats. You don't have to go that way. But what is male gaze? It just means what is attractive. You know what I mean? Is semi-nude attractive? I'm not necessarily saying that. But what if she was, like, look at Catwoman, the Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. Yeah. She wasn't she wasn't even hardly even showing any skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was sexy.
Yeah.
You know? And there was a lot of Harley Quinn costumes that were like along that same lines. They should have gone that way. A little darker, a little more edgy, Yeah. She looked a little frumpy in that frilly fucking thing that they had her in.
Yeah, the feathery thing. I get what they were doing. Like, I liked some of the costumes, but yeah, I can see what
she has saying. A nice figure that you know what I mean? They should have fucking, not really showcased it, but just not concealed it.
Yeah.
They should have put her in something a little more sleek. You know what I mean? Like a Catwoman type outfit. I thought it would have been a lot better. That red and black one with the fucking the Harlequin outfit.
Yeah. Although I get that she was trying, like, the premise of the movie was she was trying to distance herself from the Joker.
Then they should have gone for more of a tank girl look. And it's like it's almost kind of like they were afraid to mention the existence of the tank girl movie, because it was very similar.
It is kind of. Now, I will say that I haven't seen Tank Girl in a really long time, but I remember really, really liking that movie. I think it's bad, but it's like...
It was a comic book movie of the day. Which
they
zany.
It took a long time to get those right.
Yeah.
Because they've made, like, a lot of comic book movies over the years. Yeah. Like, back in the 80s and stuff like that, and a lot of them were really, really terrible.
The tone of Tank Girl was kind of funny.
It was weird.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always...
Tank Girl was the original Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm talking about?
As soon as No Doubt, like, got popular.
Yeah, it's like...
I was like, hey, it looks like...
Tank Girl.
That looks like Lori Petty in Tank Girl.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. Anything else you wanted to discuss on this Monday, daily, whatever you call it? All right, so we're going to... we actually did go to the liquor store yesterday.
Yeah.
And there was, like, one other person in there.
I touched that handle when I opened up the door, and afterwards I was like,
oh no. And he drove home with his hand like that the whole time. And then, we had, like, these little bleach wipes, and then he's wiping down the bottles and shit. Well, all they were doing, because, like, with the Publix, we actually ended up not going to Sam's, because it's a lot farther. It's, like, 3 or 4 miles away, whereas Publix is just like
right
a mile.
There.
And they have a liquor store. So I said, well, they're probably open. I think the only thing, because Publix was full. It looked like the parking lot was full. The liquor store, there's only 1 or 2 other people in there. But, because, you know, those are the people that had the correct priorities. But I think all they were doing was that they were closing early. Because I think normally they would close at 9 or 10, but they were closing at 8 p.m. to do, like, extra, like, cleaning of the store. Like, everything was being, like, decontaminated, like, every evening.
Turns out I saw some data, man. All the rich people are running from New York and they're coming down here to hide from the damn plague. In their summer
and they're
homes.
Probably bringing all their cooties.
Yeah, bringing all that fucking cooties down
Piss
here.
Piss off.
I mean, I can understand you don't want to be fucking, you know, locked up with that fucking inside that damn city when they all start getting sick and going crazy, you know. Rich people are all running. But once even if you're sick, at least you're here, they can be sick in isolation. You know what I mean? They won't spread it. But once you guys heal up, fuck out of here. Get back up to New York.
Well,
I mean... See how I did that? I'm telling them all to go back to New York. Fuck out of here. Go up to New York.
Well, it's sad. Like, at least they have money to, like, go somewhere. Like, most people don't.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of, like, stuck where they are. Assholes. So, yeah. So.
We'll be sick with them other New Yorkers coming out here telling us what to do.
No, the other rich people. Go be sick with the other rich people. Go make each other sick.
Yeah.
You know, leave the rest of us alone. Leave the rest of us alone.
We're not doing too bad. We're not rich people, but we're not too bad either. Just I don't want to make it class warfare. Just it's more about, man, every time I get into a fight with some old dude from New York, fucking at Starbucks trying to tell me, you know, what to do. Oh, well, you guys shouldn't be riding those motorcycles because it's us that has to pay for your medical injuries. Man, get the fuck out of here. Dude, I didn't tell you about that one, did you?
Yeah.
That was years back. That dude almost got his ass beat. Saying that shit in front of a bunch of fucking motorcyclists and shit like that.
Yeah, somebody needs to learn to read the room.
That dude nearly fucking got his ass beat. He was about 70, and he said that to a bunch of fucking dudes that didn't give a shit.
Well, old people don't know when to keep their mouths shut, to be honest with you. Yeah. At the best of times.
Takes a long time for them to heal up.
You know.
He'd have been hurting for a while. Those guys, the guys that I was hanging out with would have fucking stomped that dude into a jelly.
Don't beat up an old man. They don't know any better.
They just would have beat his ass up and laughed.
Just an old man yelling.
They didn't have that kind of consciousness. Okay. You can't fucking project your fucking sanity onto others. You know?
Yeah, because everyone's idiots.
Some people are fucking crazy, yeah.
Yeah, no shit they are.
And I know half of them.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
And you're probably one of them,
too. I'm one of them.
All right, so hope you guys are still keeping yourselves safe and healthy out there. Have a good rest of your Monday, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.